Hello and welcome to today's lecture. Now today we are going to see some examples. Now this is a sort of revision of earlier lecture, but then this distinguishing examples and the UV-IR combined problems, that is what we are supposed to do today. The first example we have done it, but I am just telling you. This is 246 because it is ketone. Then with respect to this is ortho, meta, para. So 246, and ortho is 3, not 2 as we said earlier, and this is 7 for meta hydroxy. Then this one, this is basic functional group. So ortho, meta, and para. So for ketone, this is ketone only because the oxygen is away. 246. Then this is 7 for OR. CH3 is 3. That is meta CH3. This is ortho OR because this is as good as OR. Then coming to this is 230, ortho, meta, para bromo is 15. To just do the summation here, this is ortho, meta, and para. So ortho alkyl like 246, one ortho here, another ortho here, so 6 for 2 ortho, and meta bromo is 2. Here 250 because this is aldehyde. With respect to this ortho, meta, and para. Para hydroxy is 25. I am just putting para hydroxy here, and NHCH3 at meta position is 73. That is what we have. So you have to do the summation. This is meta NHCH3. Now this is ketone once again. Ortho, meta, and para. These are relative positions. So ortho alkyl is +3. So this is how you are supposed to do. You have to remember that chart, and these are relatively easy examples than the aliphatic counterparts. So aliphatic you have to remember so many things. Here only ortho, meta, para, that chart you have to remember, and then you have to give the relative position without fail, and then it will be easy to solve these kind of examples. Okay. Now the second question, distinguish the following pairs by IR spectroscopy. Now here IR data is important, and I am going to put the values with this. Acid chloride, we are interested in carbonyl stretching frequency. This is going to be 1745, and in addition to that Cl stretching frequency, that will be around 750. These are two values. Carbonyl stretching of acid chloride is 1745, and Cl stretching frequency is 750. Here carbonyl stretching frequency there will be two peaks for carbonyl, one at 1750, the other one at 1820, and that is because this oxygen is shared by two oscillators. This is one ester group, similarly this is another ester group. So, because of the coupled interaction where the common atom is shared by two oscillators, this kind of situation comes. If the lone pair goes here, this will feel the electron crunch. If it comes here, this will be electron deficient, and so on. So, accordingly there will be two frequencies for carbonyl. Now, here the second example, nu of CN stretching. This is simply, you have to remember, it is in the order of 20 to 40 to 50, and here it is nu NH, that is in the order of 3300. So, here you may get 2, because here also nitrogen is shared by two NH bonds. So, but it will be one is slightly less, one is slightly above this, but this is the normal region, and therefore, if you look at this spectra, this spectrum will have 2250 as a major peak apart from the mono substituted ring, because that is going to be the similarity, and here it will be 3300 sharp peak. So, that is the primary amine. Third example is these two compounds, the triple bonded compounds or alkynes in short. This is 1,2 disubstituted acetylene, it is mono substituted. Now, the problem with this is the dipole moment gets cancelled. So, whenever IR light falls on the molecule, it should absorb it, and the condition, the selection rule states that if there is change in dipole moment, then only IR light will be absorbed. Here there will be no dipole moment, and that is why this is going to be IR inactive. On the contrary, this will be IR active, because this is not a symmetrical molecule, this is symmetrical molecule. So, the dipole, they get cancelled and net dipole moment would be 0, and because it is IR inactive, in fact it will absorb in Raman line. Here this compound will give two peaks, this is 21 to 2200, the CC triple bond, and this is 3300. So, those two peaks, terminal alkyne, that is very peculiar, 3300, and unsymmetrical alkyne is another between 21 to 2200 reciprocal of centimeters. Now, the next example, I will just put the example on the top. OCOCH3, this is one, and the other one is COOCH3. So, this is phenyl acetate, this is methyl benzoate. Phenyl acetate, because if I hydrolyze it, I will get phenol and acetic acid. If I hydrolyze this, I will get benzoic acid and methanol. So, methyl benzoate, phenyl acetate. Now, the differentiation can be in the form of reverse conjugation. Now, here conjugation is operating, there reverse conjugation is operating. Now, here conjugation is there, and you can draw the resonating structure, putting plus charge inside the ring, and as a consequence of this, the bond order is becoming 1 instead of 2, whereas in this case, if I show the resonating structure, negative charge will be here, O plus COCH3. Now, since plus charge is there, electrons will flow in this direction. Positive charge on oxygen is going to be not a healthy situation. So, this kind of electron push will contract this bond, and the carbonyl stretching frequency will go high. In the first case, it will be in the order of 1768, and in the second case it will be in the order of 1725. So, lot of difference is there, we are talking about the carbonyl stretching frequency. The other things would be same, because the question says distinguish. So this is the distinguishing fact, so you have to stick to that. Don't explain the similarities which are by default they are there, because both are monosubstituted, both are esters, but they are positional isomers. So you have to know that they have their different carbonyl stretching frequencies. Okay, now moving on to the third question, C8H10O. Now C8H10O, you have to find out the sites of unsaturation. C8H18, C8H10, H8 by 2, that is 4 sites of unsaturation. Now IR 1700 suggest carbonyl, 2700 suggest aldehydic CH, 1600 suggest C double bond C. So there are two functional groups, double bond and carbonyl of aldehyde is going to be there. So, and moreover you have to have 4 sites of unsaturation. I am just putting the possibilities. There are 8 bonds, 8 hydrogen carbons, so we can have this kind of extension. So first possibility is carbonyl group along with 3 double bonds. Okay. Second possibility is carbonyl group and 2 rings, 1 ring with 2 double bonds. You can have other options also, like carbonyl group, 1 ring and a double bond, and so on. But here if you look at 207, extended conjugations are 2, so straight away this is violating the, so this is not going, this is okay, but 267, and then we have to have the substituents. Now substituent I can put alpha, beta, gamma. How many we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? 7 carbons we have already utilized. So we can have a maximum, you can have 18 increment in it. So let us say I am putting alpha, beta, gamma, delta. So say delta 1 substituent is there, rest of the things would be there by default. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So molecular formula is not a problem. So this is rolled out because this is not matching with the given number. 6, 7, and one more is there. I am just putting the structure here straight away. Gamma, delta, 207 for aldehyde, alpha 1, beta 1, alpha, beta, delta 1, 30 for extended conjugation, because if I take this as enone, this is additional double bond, and 39 homo component, homodiene component. So this summation becomes 316. Just check. (207), 10, 12, 18, 30, 39, 9, 8, 17, 2, 19, 2, 2, 6, 8, 3, 11. I think that is okay. So this is the answer for first problem. Now the second example. Second example, C7H10O, C7H16 minus C7H10. So 6 hydrogens are missing, 3 sites of unsaturation. 1690 probably carbonyl, 1610 something, that is C double bond C. So partial structure would be like this. we have got 7 carbons, so you can have the third site of unsaturation here. Let me put ketone here. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 and let it be 7. Okay, hydrogen number will match because we are taking care of site of unsaturation. 6 and 10, so C7H10O. By default it is there, but alpha, beta, gamma, delta, 215, then 30 extended conjugation and 18 for. So this is not matching with the given number. This is going higher. So we can think of other alternative wherein you can use ring. Now I can put methyl here, or the second option is I can put methyl here. Both the compounds, they have same molecular formula, alpha beta, alpha 1 beta 1. So 215 plus alpha plus beta, 237 nanometers. Here alpha beta 215 and so this looks close because 239 and 240 plus minus 1 is always allowed, that much error is allowed. So this is the structure of the second molecule. Okay, once again some lambda max examples. I will just directly put it here, alpha, beta, gamma, delta, straight away, gamma, delta, alpha, beta, there is no problem. 215 for 6 membered ketone, 30 extended conjugation, gamma 18, delta 18, exocyclic, this is exocyclic to first ring. So exocyclic 1, so you have to do the summation. For second molecule, ketone is out of question, homodiene component 254, extended conjugation 30, and now here you have to put the substituents directly. I am just marking the substituents 1 2 3 4. Common substituent has to be encircled, but common is not there. This is 1 2 3 4, so 4 alkyl substituents, and exocyclic, this is 1, this is another, so 2 exocyclic. So to do the summation and get the answer for it, so that summation part should not be a problem. Okay. Now the another two examples. C6H14O, and only one signal is given in infrared, that is 1100. Now 1100 suggests only one functional group, that is CO. So C6H14, a saturated compound, and you can have any structure with ether linkage. So I am putting 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. So this is one of the structure. So you can draw any ether. I am putting methyl and this 1 2 3 4 5, methyl N-pentyl ether. You can have the other options also. Second one is C6H12O, C6H14 minus C6H12. So two hydrogen deficiencies there. So one site of unsaturation. this means carbonyl stretching of ketone. This is CO, because carbonyl group is having the two frequencies, one for double bond, another for single bond. 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. So this is 2 hexanon, 1 2 3 4 5 6, 2 hexanon. That is the answer for second example. The sixth example, this is ketone, this is ether. That is what you have to remember and write down, because these are peculiar frequencies. Anything around 1000 to 1100 is ether. Phenolic ethers are around 1200. Ketones, anything above 1680 is carbonyl group, either amide, aldehyde, ketone, esters, lactam, lactones, everything. So that is the range. 1680 to 1800 means a carbonyl group is there. Similarly, anything between 15 to 1600, that is double bond, either olefinic or aromatic, and so on. So you have to remember all these things. Okay. Next time we will continue. Thank you.